Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Sylvester Young. Today we're going to make a special project for myself. It is my birthday coming up on the 2nd of January. I'm very excited, and I decided that I really wanted a crown for my birthday. I can't go out and do anything, can't see my friends, like it's quarantine, so I'm gonna make myself something special. So I went through kind of my stash of stuff and pulled out a bunch of wire and beads and other things, and we're gonna make a crown. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So we're gonna do something a little different this week. I want a crown. My birthday is coming up on the 2nd. I want a crown for my birthday. So I'm going to make myself one because I can't afford to buy one. I had some of these. I did pick up a second set of these, like half price, as cheap as I possibly could get them. But I had these, kind of more rainbowy ones, not the clear ones. I had these more rainbowy ones for a while. They'd kind of been floating around. I had an idea about doing like a crown or tiara a while back with some wire. I had also bought some artist's wire a while back. I have a few different colors of that, different brands. Let's see, most of this is 20 gauge. This is some 26 gauge, which is what I think I'm gonna start working with, because this will go through the holes in these best. I don't know. I have some, a friend of mine gave me, what did she call it? Hold on, let me pull out the package that she gave me. No, it doesn't say. I don't know. Oh, Viking knitting set. There we go. My friend gave me this thing that, like, she had been playing with it, but, you know, it's like this whole way of doing this knitting on a post. I don't know. So I might see about working some of that in there, and then you like run it through this thing, and it gets smaller and smaller. Anyways, it's interesting. It's something I kind of want to learn more about. This was like a little sample piece. Got wire and stuff to do that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to work that in or not. I kind of have just gone through all of my stuff, found different beads that I own and whatnot, and I'm gonna try to make something cool. I have these earrings. I never wear them. I'm going to sacrifice them, take them apart. I'm just going to end up taking both of them apart and keeping the pieces. But I wanted a moon. I wanted sort of like a goddess crown for my birthday, basically. So I'm going to, I haven't decided, like, yes, this brass would kind of work with the coloring of this, but I'm thinking about spray painting it either black, or I gotta look at what colors I actually have in spray paint. I have these like sort of black pearl looking things too. I don't know what's gonna actually end up on this. I got like all of these different wires. Like, I don't know what gauge these are. They might be close to 20 as well. They look very similar in width and in size. But yeah, we're gonna make a crown. And it's gonna go on a headband. It's gonna be kind of a tiara thing, so it'll sit into my hair kind of like this, so it'll all be coming up this way. I don't know, I thought this would be nice because I'm gonna kind of like do all of the wiring, and then I can kind of maybe hand sew it to this so that I can take it off or change it out in the future or do something different to it. I don't know. Haven't totally figured it out. We're kind of making it up. And you're gonna watch me, I guess, because that's what I feel like doing this week. So, let's get on with that. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing here, and I'm drunk, so it's great. It's great. So initially I spent some time kind of trying to figure out exactly how I was going to lay this out, playing with different beads that I had, trying to decide what I wanted to do with the crown. I did have the main spikes already sort of aligned in a sort of a tiara shape with the tallest one in the center and then kind of getting smaller. I had spent time going through those, organizing the beads down into different sizes, and making sure that they were a nice configuration. And so then this is just a lot of me playing with different beads, different setups with the wire, trying to figure out how it was going to look. how much space I wanted in between, you know, that sort of stuff, and different methods of wrapping. It really just took some time to, you know, figure out how I wanted to make this look. In the end, I started with a method where I basically fed the wire through, wrapped it around the crystal to kind of make an X, and then fed it back through the hole out to the side, going in both directions. Oh, I'm fucked up my beads. All right. I don't know if this is going to be long enough to fit all of these, but we're going to try it. So this is how I'm just starting. I don't know. Oh, what do we think so far? I mean, it's hard because these are all irregular, so I'm never going to get, like, perfect. I'm wondering if I should have switched these two. It's fine. It's fine. They're already in. It's actually really hard to take any of this out after. I found that out the hard way. Where's the hole in you? Oh, there it is. You feel tight. I do have one of these little, like, nifty sort of file tools if any of the holes feel smaller. First concern is getting all of them connected, and then after that I can go back in. Yeah, I totally think I need more, but that's alright. After I've got them all connected, I can go back in and figure out reinforcement. It's starting to look like a cool crown thing, right? Oh, damn it. Well, at least I'm figuring out how to add in wire. It's gonna be great. To add in wire, I just ended up wrapping it in between a stone a couple down from the end, and then reinforcing that, wrapping it a few times around the stones leading up to the end, and then continuing with my pattern. It's actually really quite easy, and I was able to hide a lot of the ends inside and behind the wire wrapping. When you're going with an organic thing, it's really great because you can hide your mistakes easily. Part of this is also deciding like what the front should be. No idea how much of this is actually staying in focus. Hopefully most of it. Oh, I did that one weird. Alright, so now I'm going to go back around a lot of this with this longer piece. Kind of randomly reinforce the wire. And then do the same on the other side so that we get, I really want like a lot of random wire down at the bottom, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be perfectly fine. Once I finished one side of it, like first I started working the center on both of them, and then I finished one side and then went and started to do the other so that I could just kind of get one side done with and figure out exactly how I was going to finish things off. To finish the ends, I basically ended up wrapping the wire back into and around the crown from the outside towards the center. And this also accomplished reinforcement and making the whole thing a little bit more stable structurally. So it was really a good way to sort of do it. So I worked center out and then back into center. Alright, so now I'm just going to wrap all of these ends back around each other and stabilize this. And we'll move on. But I think that's a really good, start. It's got like a really cute tiara shape. Like, I don't know. It's very hard to put it on here, but I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a pretty good start. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and keep wrapping, and we'll come back later because I need a break. Okay, so I wrapped this with a couple more pieces of wire because I actually had some start to break, but now it's pretty like solid and connected. I'm gonna take apart. So I'm gonna take apart this now. Okay, so here are the moons after I painted them, or the pieces. So first I tried this, let's see if I can catch it in the light. First I tried this hammered finish black paint. It looks okay, but I lost a lot of the details. You can see when you look at the back, I lost a lot of the detail. It's funny because it almost looks like more like an enamel finish now. But yeah, it really lost all of the details. So I decided that I wasn't going to use this side for sure. If I end up using the black one, I'll probably use this side if I use this one. However, then I decided, so then I did, I had a black satin finish paint. So then I did that on this other one. So the black satin finish paint. Then I decided I wanted to see what it would be like if I took one of these like silver pens to it. And so I actually kind of really like this. We got some like antiquing and stuff. I might go in and try and add a little more black back into it. But so I think this is going to be the piece that I end up using. I kind of like that better than just solid black. I don't know. I kind of eyeballed the center and then I measured it and I was basically right on. So next I need to figure out how exactly I am going to attach these guys onto the headband, centered and whatnot. So trying to decide if I want to sew it or if I just want to wire it. I'm thinking about at this point just wiring it because it's going to be faster. Easier just wrap wire around it. Question being, do I use the thinner wire or do I use the thicker wire? The thicker wire, I've had the thin wire, so I already had to reinforce this because I had the thin wire break in a couple of spots. Like one point I literally just set this down and it kind of cracked in half because I had a bad spot. So so I way more reinforced this after I wove the two ends back in. I then ended up weaving another piece all the way across and back. So it's very, very well reinforced and much more stable. So yeah, next. I don't want to glue any of this. I want this all to be something that if I needed to take it apart or if I wanted to like change it up later, I can. So, I think I'm going to start with a small bit of the heavier wire and sort of see what that looks like and then go from there. So And the whole point of this first wire is literally just to get this attached. And in the place I want it. I'm not gonna necessarily use it as a structural wire. I'm just gonna use it to hold it in place. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of hiding this long tail in here in hopes of making a secure. So I'm going to come down and across. This is complicated. I almost need to work in my lap. Across, and then I want to come across this way so that we kind of anchor this first one in a really good place. And I want you to come back and stay up there. I think the hardest part of this is getting the wire as tight as you need to hold things where you want them. I don't know that I'm going to put X's on every single one. But I am definitely trying to get this wire tight and wrapped around these guys. I was just going to add another layer of artistic, interest, I think. This one I'm going to go around this way and then come down, I think. And then maybe up across this one. Round and down. Big thing is I just want to make sure my wires are as tight around these things and sort of locked in place as I can get them. And that's easier said than done. I'm kind of just trying to be a bit random with this so that it's not like I'm making a pattern. Because I want this to be super organic. And again, here I'm gonna double cross in the center so that I get that really firmly. And now I'm gonna finish the other side. So I feel like this is stable. This feels pretty darn stable to me so far. That was not at all in frame because I moved it over to the table because I forgot I moved the camera. So yeah, just kind of randomly wrapping these wires. Later, I might go back in and do some tweaks with the turn some wires to kind of tighten up, make a little, you can go in here and you can kind of make a little hidden S bend that actually will tighten and pull the wire down so that things won't shift around as much. So yeah, well, this is what we're looking at. I have no idea if any of this is going to be useful or I'm going to actually end up putting this on my channel, but we're having fun. I'm making a thing for my birthday. Right now, I think that's all that matters to me. I'm trying to do something creative, something that's gonna make me happy. It'll be fun to watch me struggle with all of this. I think if I do put this on the channel, it's going to be a much different video. Crisscrossy that one. Actually kind of like working with this wire on this small spool. It's kind of annoying to work with it like this. And like this is nice. I like this, so. I don't know, people who watch me, do any of you do wire? Do any of you want to do wire? I don't know. Like, I find it interesting to know what other people like to make and do. Like, am I doing this completely weird and in a horrible way that's I'm going to regret, or one part of me does wish I had like a metal, like a smaller headband, although I think this is going to be cool. This is actually going to create a really nice base. I just know it's plastic inside and I'm worried that it's going to end up breaking and crapping out on me. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off with a ways of length, and then I'm going to work on tucking it back in. Like over here I have this end, and I'm going to kind of make a little horseshoe with it and squeeze it back in. That'll help hold things in place. And that's sort of the same here. I'm gonna see if I can slide it through some pieces. Probably really need more. Let's see, I'm gonna cut it right there. Let's use this needle nose, and that end should just hide in there. She is now attached to a headband. Should we go check it out on my head before I add more, before I add the moon? Oh, I kind of want to. I'm gonna go check it out on my head. I'll probably film it, but so we're gonna add that in there. Whoops. Add that there. And then I still maybe want to add some more pearls or something just to create some interest. Oh, we'll see. Okay. Wow. That's kind of really cool. That's pretty much what I wanted. Again, see, and this is where I think I would have liked it better if I had had like a silver band or something. But again, I can figure out how to hide that and make it more of a thing. I really feel like I could make this totally more of a thing. Bad bangs. I don't know. What? Okay, so I totally did this off camera because I was gaming with friends, but I added all of these little, I think they're supposed to be sort of like black pearls. I don't know if they're actually anything real or if they're just, you know, plastic and glass, but I mean, they're obviously at least glass, but, so I added these to the crown, to the bottom of it. I think it's looking really cool. So these, again, I just kind of did the same thing where I ran the really thin wire through it and wrapped it around, wrapped it in between all of this, and just continued to add to the volume of this. It's actually really starting to get weighty, so I'm trying to decide. So this is like my next step, is to put this on, but I'm trying to decide if I want to add, I have these little black iridescent jewels, and I'm trying to decide if I wanted to figure out a way to like wrap these onto here with the wire to kind of embellish it some more. I hadn't quite figured out how. I was thinking the black wire could like crisscross around this or something. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that. Gonna play with it here maybe in a minute and sort of check that out. Don't want to lose them. But yeah, so I mean, it already looks really cool. I mean, like at this point, like this already looks like a super cool crown on my head. The nice thing is so when I put this in my hair, if I slide this part inside, this kind of helped blend this, so this can disappear into my hair and be more secure. So I'm quite happy with it so far. I love, it's like this really dark, interesting crown. So I feel like it's going to be very me by the time I'm done with it. Okay, so here is the piece that I made for the front. So it's just that piece of earring, but I took wire and wrapped it around and then basically strung these beads on it as I went. I started in the center, worked one direction, and then came back through the center to like secure everything, and then I went to the other side, put the beads on, and then came back to secure it all down, basically. And then that allowed me to, here you can see, right there, I was able to sort of twist it together in the center back to create the, like, to create the tension and close it all up and secure it. So I'm going to probably run some wire through the back of this and attach it to the center front of the crown next. So, whoops, as I knock my paint over, let's make sure that didn't pop open. Okay. So yeah, here's the crown up close in the light. I really love these like pearls that I used. They look so cool. So this is gonna get attached like here-ish. I gotta figure out exactly how. And then I'll have my like super awesome dark goddess birthday crown. Okay, so I have now attached this. I guess I'm gonna give it all the way. So again, I kind of I started running 2 wires through here and attached it, and then I did some more wires out here to really make it stable so it's not going to move anywhere. I couldn't, like, no matter how I tried, I could not get this perfectly centered. Like, it centered, but also not. These are also, everything in here is pretty much irregular. So, like, the stones are different sizes. So it's centered on the center of the headband, but it doesn't exactly look perfectly in center. But it looks super awesome on. So yeah, again, more just securing down with wire. Here's my finished crown. Let's take it out of my hair. My hair turned out a little more Rosemary Clooney today than I was expecting, but you know, that's what happens sometimes when you put paint curls in it. So here it is finished. And so what I really like is my choice to do these here really helps it so that it sits into my hair and hides. So that way there's nothing really here to get caught, but it will hide under my hair, and it's actually quite secure. I still feel like maybe I should put some combs, but then it makes it harder to put on. With the combs, you want to, like, if I put combs in it, it would be more like, oh, I want to set it this way, not cover this. I'd have to do like lifting my hair and everything. Right now I can kind of just nicely slide it in. But yeah, it's my birthday crown. I'm very excited. My birthday is on the 2nd, and I'm not going anywhere because we're in a pandemic, but I have a crown. It's very, very exciting. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed watching me put together this random crown and all of the wire wrapping and hemming and hawing about different things. So, yeah, there will be more sewing coming up. A couple of my projects are just taking some time. There are stays that I'm making that I am doing a lot more hand sewing on than I expected, so it's just taking longer. And I have some other projects that I really want to work on soon to show you all. So it's always just a huge uphill battle of fighting time and energy and mental stability. I'll just say that. Yeah, like this year has not been great for me. Doing these have helped a lot. It really is making a big difference in my life to have something to focus on. But there's definitely some hard weeks, so we're making it through though. I will keep you all updated, and hopefully next week there will be a new video, even though it's my birthday this week, but you know, that's fine. I probably will figure out a simple thing to do. So if you like this, please subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up button on my videos, leave me some comments. I love to hear from people. I'm trying to think of what I feel like this now needs an outfit. I mean, it does go great with my, you know, Halloween sorceress shirt that I made, but yeah, I feel like I need to make a full like garment to go with this headpiece because it's so spectacular. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, like that's, you want one more close-up look at all of it. Like I really love how oops, I love how the beadwork on this turned out. I love how all of these pearls ended up working. Like, it's got this really cool organic feel to it. And it's gonna look super cute on me with whatever I decide to wear my birthday. Maybe just PJs. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed something different on my channel this week. Making the crown was fun. It was a nice, simple, distracting thing that I could kind of do while I was doing other stuff this week. It's very, the time between Christmas and New Year's is always sort of nebulous and liminal. So my Ko-fi account, my links are all in my description boxes and on my main page for this account. Please come visit me over on my So Fast Die Young Tumblr. I reblog a lot of random stuff there, and then I occasionally answer questions. Occasionally I make videos, so you can always talk to me there. I want to get to a point where I can do the message thing on YouTube, but I think I have to have 1,000 followers first. So help me get more followers, because I'd love to do more of this, get monetized, keep going. I really want to be doing this several years down the line, so hopefully it'll keep growing and keep being fun. Yeah. Alright, love you all, have a good week. But that's alright, my brain isn't structured, so you don't get structured. Now I feel like I've gone off on a crazy rant. Great.